Hello and welcome back to the Fencing Referee YouTube channel. My name is Lisa Campy. Don't forget to subscribe right here, and we are continuing our series with Epee 101. This is going to be Epee troubleshooting. So the first thing is that we went over the test, and if you have any problems with that test, loose barrel, it's a yellow card. Loose barrel that happens during the bout is not a yellow card. So I have no yellows, and they go to test guards. They go to touch this guard into that weapon, and this guard into this weapon, okay? If there is a light at this point, what you'll see a lot of people do is they will clean off their guard and then they test that spot. Make sure you're watching to see which spot it was, because sometimes there can be dirt on there. If that doesn't clear it up, then you might have an issue with the body cord. So you're now going to unplug the body cord, and you want to depress their tip to just this prong. So the one that is further away, this one right here. If they are still getting a light, this is still not working properly. I loosen this from behind just enough so that you can picture that the reel is still plugged in here, just enough so that I can put an epee just on that prong. So you can picture what you're doing is you're taking the reel, and the reel is still attached, and you're just depressing on that prong, just that prong. If there is no light at that point, that means it's the fencer's body cord, most likely. Sometimes you'll see what they do is they put their spit on it and they plug it back in, and sometimes that fixes it. Sometimes if their prongs are really loose, they need to spread those prongs. So that's the first test you do. You tested the weight, you tested the shims, you got everything, and you get a white light on the guard. That's one of the first problems that happens. A second thing is you go to test the weight and you realize the weapon's not working. There's no working. So what you do is you take that body cord out and you can connect it to the guard. The two close ones go to the guard. You can also, instead of doing it with a guard, you can do it with a coin. And sometimes when a body cord's going bad, what I like to do is I connect it with a coin and then I wiggle it. And sometimes you go like this and you have no lights going on, but like this, there were lights going on. So that means they've got an intermittent body cord. If it's the start of the bout, yellow card, right? They have to change it because they did not come to this trip with working equipment. And honestly, most epee fencers are going to be relieved that you found an intermittent body cord early. So you go to here and you connect it to the guard, or you connect it with a coin, and it's still not working. Now what I do is I go behind the fencer and I loosen the cord just a little bit. And when I loosen that cord, I see that I've got enough space between there. So we picture that the reel is in here, the reel is there, and I now connect the two close ones again. If there is no light, it means you have to work back in the system. Could be the reel, could be the floor cord. I now unplug the floor cord and I connect the two close ones with my trusty coin. If there is no light, chances are the floor cord is gone. Now, there could be also that the floor cord prongs are very loose, so maybe spread these prongs. You can then reconnect them and see if it works. A lot of times it's the floor cord or the floor cord being loose. Sometimes it's the reel, so you plug it back in. The most important thing is that you work your way. I work from the tip of the fencer all the way back to the machine. So the blade's not working. I test two close ones ahead of them. I loosen it a little bit behind just so I can fit my coin in there. No light. The problem is still behind. I go to the floor cord and I connect the two close ones. No light. It's the floor cord. You hope. Sometimes it's the machine, but very rarely. This is how you diagnose. This is how you troubleshoot for epee. This is one of the things that takes a lot of time sometimes, is that somebody doesn't know how to troubleshoot for epee, and this is incredibly helpful information for you to know. Remember, I want your questions, I want your comments, I want to know what you need to know. This is the Fencing Referee YouTube channel. I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check me out on the Fencing Referee on both Instagram and on Facebook. Thanks so much. Take care now. Bye-bye.